Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be another update for the save file that I'm making for St. Greer Islands, the custom world for Sims 3 made by Greer. And I have a couple of buildings to show today. Some things are minor additions or adjustments that I made within other lots, like in the world, that are with rabbit holes and stuff. Maybe I'll show, but for the most part I have like three main, I think, buildings or lots that I want to show for today's video, because I'm pretty much, if not already done with them. They are all in the red brick sort of area over here. Anyway, we are going to take a look at this area really quickly, because this was, I think it was this building right here, yeah. So this was originally a different rabbit hole building for the business, because it also had the bistro attached, and I realized in the other video that this was a bistro and not a diner, the one I placed down here, so I didn't need the dual rabbit hole. And this one is kind of better anyway, because it's less large, and it's like a corporate tower building, but a smaller one, more for like a smaller city, like metropolitan area, as opposed to a large city like New York City or something. And I feel like this really fit better, so I'm actually happy with it being this building instead. And I think that may really be it for this particular spot right here. Did I show this off yet? I don't remember. I think I may have. I made some very minor adjustments to it though. Nothing on the top floor, I don't think. I may have added this in after, I can't remember. And then I think I just added in some stuff from the movie stuff pack, because I forgot that I had that and I wasn't utilizing it, so I added in a couple of things to kind of just spruce it up a bit. But that's, I think, it for that lot. What I do want to show is it this area? It's right here, I think. Oh, perfect. Okay, my sim lives right next to it. So this house, I recently finished building. I did not do any furnishing. I only decorated the outside and put in like the basics for wallpaper. I didn't even put anything for the bathrooms. Nothing. I just did the outside. I honestly think it's really cute. I like the pops of red color. I think this is a store flower. I don't know where it's from. It might be from like Sunlit Tides. I'm not really sure. And then I think this is from a like the greenhouse set or something. These like little vine things here, I actually put two together to kind of make them one whole thing, but I really felt like it added a bit of color and just some fun design to the outside of the house. I just want to open it really quick just to get an idea of what it looks like. It's not super affordable for starting a save file, but if you have a multi sim household, it might be, because I think it's like 23 to 24,000 simoleons. I don't know how much sims typically have, but it's not too unaffordable. Even if, let's say, you had a sim start off somewhere else and they want to move into this, it's not that expensive unfurnished, and that it comes unfurnished, because I'm not going to furnish it, so it's not that bad, I would say. This is what it looks like though. I tried to do a decent floor plan. This is the living room slash, I guess, entry to the bay side backyard area here, with like the deck that goes into the bay. And then I have a staircase here. This should be functional, because I remember this is how I tested last time and it worked. This is a tiny half bathroom. I made the kitchen kind of embedded in with this thing that kind of has like an outdoor, half indoor, half outdoor garage sort of thing. And I kind of wanted a slight beach house vibe, but not like a too tropical, or not like Jersey Shore or anything like that, or you know what I mean. But I wanted something kind of beachy. Like it could be by the water side or by like a lakeside or something. It is a 2-bedroom house, and I did test already, and double beds do fit in this room, and it has enough space to put a bedside table, I think, on each end. I like to make sure when I make that, because otherwise what's the point, right? Unless you have like a mod that fixes that, but I don't have that mod. And then the full bathroom is up here. So it's a 1.5 bath, 2-bedroom home. You could turn this into a 3rd bedroom if you want to, but I kind of wanted to make this an open space for like an office or something, with like, because it has a lot of the windows and natural light coming in. I did a tiny little backyard sort of thing that's open concept sort of, because it does, like I said, have this deck that leads into the bay area, like this bay water side that leads out into the ocean. There was one mooring post. I added in a second one just in case, because maybe you want to have a jet ski and a sailing boat. You know what I mean? So I added those in just in case, and that's really it for this house. I didn't do too much except for the landscaping. These flowers here, like the white poppy flowers, which is kind of funny because they are poppy and these are poppy too, so that kind of works. But these come with the world, so you will be seeing me, by the way. And this grass too. I'm gonna utilize it more, I think, because I forgot that there are specific like landscape flower pieces that come with this world, and it's like a requirement because you literally use, like, they're literally right here, these grass pieces and everything. So I should utilize it more because it's going to be required to get this world anyway, and they really add a lot for the like landscaping and stuff for these, for any area regardless of the lot type. So I wanted to do that, and it's kind of by this area, which is actually really pretty. I never seen this, like a little bench area with all this grass and stuff. It's so pretty. Oh, so for this though, I was going to copy and paste this on here, and it caused me a problem because even I was like, oh well, I'll build on the smaller one first, because this one is like a 5x5 larger than this one is. And it's like, and I'll just, I'll demolish whatever's on the lot, because it was this, because it would replace with the one that's here anyway, and it'll be fine. No, it won't be, because it removes this here, which is built into the world, and there's no way to get it back, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to build something from scratch, which is very annoying. But what can you do? Maybe I'll leave it empty. I really don't want to. I might just copy this floor plan and rebuild this, and maybe just do the backyard differently. I'm not really sure if I like this awning for the backyard. Let me know what you think. Should I add like maybe flowers on top of this or something? It's kind of bare. I don't know if I like it being empty like that. I just wanted some kind of covering, but I didn't want to put a roof, like actual roof. But anyway, I digress. So let's look at this section really quickly, because I did have last video update. A viewer mentioned they gave some feedback, and they said that they thought it would be nicer to have the more open concept for the houses that are over here. And I figured that actually was a lot nicer. So at least for these two, I removed the fencing that was here, and I only kept in the trees that kind of meld in with this world over here, because these were actually already here, most of these. I just threw in some more to make it kind of like blend in, and I left the rest just have backyards, so the fencing's only in the back. That's it. So that obviously, so no like wild animals can come running into the backyard. Oh my gosh, look at that cluster of birds. Holy crap. This house, I don't know yet. I do kind of prefer, I don't know, because I don't even know if I like this part with the flooring here. I might even remove it, at least for this section. I don't know if I want there to be that much pavement, because I feel like it looks a little odd. There's some things that you look at, the more you look at it, the more you're like, oh, this could be fixed. This could be changed. I think maybe just even removing some of it, not all of it, but maybe even just putting, maybe, I don't know, removing it on this side. I just don't want all of it to just be like concrete pavement. You know what I mean? So that's one thing there that I think I'm going to change. It's an idea that I have going on, but I haven't really executed yet. And I wanted to, thoughts on this, what do you think about me making this a wedding beach? I was going to probably use the set from the store, like that wedding set, and use a cute little, just like outdoor, oh my gosh, there's a horse here, an outdoor sort of like wedding reception, like beach area, and then like the other beach spots can just be like regular beaches. I like to have an indoor and an outdoor option for wedding parties, and I don't really like having weddings at my Sims houses because it feels really unrealistic, and I like for them to go to venues and stuff like that. So yeah, that's that. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. Oh my gosh, I made a laundromat. I forgot that I did that. It was right over here too, which is so funny because it's literally right in front of my eyes. But anyway, this is a tiny laundromat that I made for the world. I finally built it. I was finally in the mood to make it. I made it very pastel, light blue, and like kind of like cream white, light blue. I do use, instead of the original store, what's that called, Gumball Machine, I do use the Around the Sims 3 version. So when I do the save file, I will be putting links for like obviously to download those if you want this specific item. I don't know if you don't have it, if it will replace it with the original one. It might, because it's our, like, if you still have it, I don't know. I don't really know how that works because I've never done that before. This is the exterior. Sorry that it takes so long to explain things, but we have the back here. I just added in some, like, I put a dumpster here, you know, if you want to go dumpster diving, get some dumpster treasures. We have this little thing here I just added, like, oh, be careful, something's falling. I don't know. You know, like, maybe it's not the most up-to-date building or something. And then I added in, of course, because if you do actually go here to do laundry, I want Sims to be able to get a snack if they're hungry, to go to the bathroom if they need to. I put in a bunch of washers and dryers, so that's nothing to have to worry about. I'm sorry for these lights. When you zoom in, you don't see them, but these are a store item. I forget what's, it's like the Bayside, I think, washer and dryer, like laundry room set. I forget what it's called, but a lot of the stuff I utilized for this actually came with the Town Life stuff pack. I rarely use items from that pack. I forget so many stuff packs exist. I'm actually really happy to be able to start using them more. This save file has prompted me to use sets from like stuff packs and stuff, or just items in general that I typically don't think to use often. So I'm really like happy about that. But yeah, I do use the, I think it's Biometapixel, the one of the decorating or other like tool mods or whatever, to place down, you know, just some of these things up here and kind of level them up. I think if you, even if you don't have the mod, since I have that mod and I used it, it should still stay this way for you. I don't know, is this wall's bare. I didn't notice that. Maybe I'll add in a clock or something. We'll see. It's something very tiny. I could do that once I'm actually building up the actual save file. By the way, this is just a copycat save file. This is just me making the builds. So this is a save I've been building up, but I don't want it to have so much data in it. I want it to be a clean slate, obviously, once I put it out for download. So I'm going to make a fresh save and plop down. That's why I'm saving all these in my bin. Anyway, so this is a tiny little recreation room. You do have to go outside on the side stairs here to get upstairs, but this is in case someone does do laundry, or they're here hanging out, or if they decide to just have fun at the laundromat, they can play some video games. I put an empty desk in case a sim has a laptop in their inventory, wants to do work or something, you know, check the dating sites, or, you know, just play some games and relax. And that's pretty much the laundromat. I really like how it came out. I think it's really adorable. I really like the color scheme that I did. And it's right next to the school. And then it's right across the street from the nectary / cafe / restaurant that I have, that I built a while ago and I showed in one of my previous videos. And that's it for this section over here. I do like how it's coming out. I think it's really cute so far. Let me know what you think in the comments below. if you like how this is coming out, I would really appreciate the encouragement. And one last thing for this area that I want to show. I'm actually really proud of how this came out. This idea came out of nowhere. I wasn't planning on putting this here. So if it looks like a duplicate, it technically, the outer shell is because I used the shell for the equestrian rabbit hole that I made, and I turned it into a dive bar specifically. So this is a dive bar. It should be open. It is perfect. Okay. So I used a lot of stuff from the Pets expansion, from Showtime, and also from the movie stuff pack, which like I said, I'm glad that I'm able to utilize the stuff more now because I haven't done that as much as I would like. Now this is the outside. I want it to be a place that maybe looks like it's a bit run down, but really when you enter, it's an exclusive place for all the, you know, the gamblers, maybe people who work in the crime district or something. Do you know what I mean? I did make it 2 floors. This is the first floor. If the stage looks kind of weird, sorry about that. There was issues with the terrain. I was trying to level it. I couldn't fully do it, but I think this looks okay because they can enter from either side anyway, and then they can kind of walk up here. I wanted to make sure it was routable, but I rarely use some of these items, like this ginormous cowboy hat sign, and some of these other, like, images and stuff, or sorry, not images, but these paintings and stuff from the movie stuff pack, and all these other little things, and like the chairs from it. I do different chairs here. Oh, look at this snazzy man here with his hat and mustache. Okay, but okay, this part, I think, in my personal opinion, this part's really cool, okay? You can't fully see it because of these things, so I'm sorry, but this is a little setup that I built myself. So this is a mixture of those tiny little things from tiny little things, very descriptive. Those tiny, I guess like one level shelf from the Supernatural pack. Then I took a regular, I think either base game or university shelf. And then these are university little decor pieces that I embedded into it to make it look like it's attached to it. And then I put this from the movie stuff pack. And I kind of embedded these countertops into it. I made it all mesh together with the same wood color to make it look like it's all a part of a bar back. So that's what we have going on here. Very cluttered. Maybe this is like people come here, they pay a quarter and they get a newspaper. Maybe it's like a special newspaper, you know what I mean? Like for the gambling people. Because I actually kind of wanted this to be sort of like how I mentioned the whole storyline. I want this to be sort of like this is where people come to do like high stakes gambling that no one really knows about, but like everybody really does know about it, but like nobody does, you know what I mean? So like I wanted to do that, and I put like there's a perfect like reason to use the mechanical bull, which I forget to use sometimes, but I feel like it goes really well with this type of build. And upstairs, this is where the gambling happens. Yes, this is where all of it occurs. So, and it's the high stakes because I didn't do the slot machines because I feel like with the slot machines, typically Sims will gravitate towards that and they won't use these like little table things here. So I want them to feel like the need to use these tables only. So that's what I did. It should be routable. I tested. This has a full tile here, so they should be able to walk through here. But this is the blackjack table, and this is the roulette table. These should come with the casino set. I don't think you need them separately. I'm pretty sure. If you don't have them, it'll turn it into a regular dining table. So sorry, I guess. But yeah. So this is meant to be the floor where they also can play darts if they want to. You know, you can have a bit more of a chill sort of thing. The one piece of custom content I use is this rug, but I use this rug in another build in this save file anyway, so it's not something new I'm adding. I already used it once. But like I said, I utilize a lot of stuff from the Pets expansion and from, I think, it like Showtime and stuff. I think this might even be from movie stuff. I can't remember. But I mean, I think it's like a nice little inviting corner. This is where they kind of come to sit. Maybe Sims come smoke a nice cigar. Not that obviously they can't really do that, but you know, for like story purposes. And then they can kind of watch, maybe people watch and see, like if they can't gamble themselves or, you know, they kind of already spent all their money, they can watch the other Sims here, like a Sim watch, and see how the games are going. So I wanted something like that. If you will notice here that I left the floor in this particular section like the bare floor that I originally had in the other barn. I felt like that made it more rustic. I kind of wanted to keep that there just for this area on the first floor. I feel like it added a bit more rough and toughness to it. I don't know. It made it feel more rustic. And I did like that about it. So I decided to keep it, and I just made the dance floor wooden and then like the stage wooden. So like they built these things basically. Do you know what I mean? Like it's additive things they put into this for their business, but they kept the like natural floor with like the hay and all that stuff. So I think, is that it? I think that's all there is for that. Yeah, that's it. And that's the back of it. I added in some little extra like decor stuff to make it look a bit more full. And it's in this area here. It's right across from, this is just like a decor, like decorative sort of area for like farming looking stuff, because obviously, like I said, this is a farming sort of district area, but then it's actually right next to it. There's the same pathway right here for the equestrian center. Yeah, so what I will be including in the save file downloads is the rug, because the rug is like it's like inaccessible on like a paywalled website or like some kind of weird website. So I will include that, I think, with the save. But oh my gosh, I almost ended the video. I totally forgot about this. Okay, so this is one good update, I would say. I don't even know if I say this to my bin. I have to make sure I do that. I think I did, though. But anyway, so this is an updated version of the Consignment Bakery. Let's have the textures load in there. There's a lot of items, I know, so it takes a moment. If you zoom out really quickly. All right, there we go. It took a little bit for it to load in the textures because there's so much going on here, but this is the updated version of the bakery / consignment lot that I had built, and I showed in my previous video. I had mentioned that the creator was redoing their entire CC collection of everything they've ever made. So I had to like redo the entire lot of all the CC I used in it, but they finally did a re-upload for because it's from the Pride collection, the 4 to 3 Pride collection that was from the base game update for The Sims 4, and I used it in this build. It might look a little different than it previously did because I did it from memory. I didn't go back and look and see what it originally looks like. So I think I did to the best of my abilities, added in everything that was there. I did kind of change it around a bit, but I like how it came out, so I don't dislike it. Like, I think it looks cute. I kind of just like fix the wall with the images, like with the pictures here, and I actually prefer it this way anyway. I don't remember what it looked like prior to that, but I kind of like it. I like added this stuff back in and all the plants and stuff because it put like base game plants and things like that. But I think that's it now. That should be it. And I did fix this, so I blocked out this area and I completely blocked out this area. I did it for both levels, so it works properly now. So you don't see like the other level before going down. It just completely just goes down to this. So I did that properly. So everything for that should be good to go now. So I'm very happy about that. And now this actually is the end of this update video for my save file I'm working on. I hope that you're enjoying these updates. Let me know your thoughts on this save file so far in the comments below. I really do appreciate everyone who comments, and whether it's, feedback or, just complimenting the save or like having questions or anything, I really do appreciate like any of those comments. Obviously, don't be rude. I'm not going to appreciate someone being rude because that's just mean. But like I really do appreciate it because it really does help me out too, but it also just makes it feel a lot more, it gives you more, I guess you can say, drive to continue with this, because if I really wanted to, I could just like kind of try to plop some stuff down and like leave it, give this to you guys, and then just like build the rest up for myself over time and just play with it. But knowing that some people are following along and are really excited for this save and let me know about it really does kind of help motivate me to keep going. Sorry for rambling. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a like, and don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already to see more. It really helps out my channel. I would super appreciate it and would love to have you here. Thank you so much for watching, and take care. Bye.